JENergy. Put in your booby rocks. Live your best life. Keep doing you. So much JENergy. Let's stick together with some high kicks. Wow, wow.
So buttery.
You're like butter. You're like butter. I'm gonna call you on a roll. On a roll, not on a roll. Oh, here we go.
It's the only time in my life I've been associated with the honor roll.
Welcome to So Much JENergy. I'm your host, Jenny McKinney, with my brother, my buttery brother, Jeff Jones.
John, I'm feeling like straight butter. So butter right now.
Straight or spray butter, like spritz, or like country crock, like
More
your
country crack.
okay, like oily butter.
Yep. Close to feeling like a stick. Butter stick.
Very salty, like salty. All right, and we're back. Let's talk about some fun things from this week, because that's what we do here at So Much JENergy. We're gonna bring you some funny stuff from the week.
Nice.
All right, so I saw some commercials this week and started really thinking about those. Well, one, I was thinking about your avocado commercial coming up. Well, it's going to be posted for everybody to see. It'll already have aired and played by the time people hear this. It was so funny. Gina's face was so funny. I couldn't even stop laughing. And then I was trying so hard not to ruin it for you because I did not. It was so great. I didn't want to laugh in the middle of it and ruin it. And then I realized in the audio, I can turn my audio down when we edit it.
Right.
So,
Right when I looked down to start reading it, I seen her going to drink her coffee. And as I looked down, all I thought was,
not a good choice right now. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of commercials, do you ever listen to commercials on the radio, like the ones with the catchy songs?
Yeah.
Like, or the ones I've tried, there's songs on there I've heard on commercials that I've tried to download or tried to find to download, and they're not even real songs. They were like just made for the commercials.
Yeah.
Like there's one right now I hear on Spotify all the time where it's I need $1 is what I need.
Yeah.
And the guy just keeps repeating how he needs $1.
Okay.
But it gets so catchy, and I thought it was part of another song, and it's not. Like I think that's just a jingle for that commercial.
No, it's a song. It's
Is
a
it?
real song.
I've tried to find that song and can't
Oh,
find
I'll
it.
send it to you because it's on my playlist.
Oh, no doubt.
It is.
You ever get one stuck in your head, like that one where they're singing like 1-800, is it Cash for Kids, Cars for Cats, or Cars for Kids?
You have different commercials than we do.
Oh, there's one that they sing and it's like 1-800 Cash for Kids. They're not saying Cash for Kids. Now I can't think of what they're.
Right, it's so funny when it's so catchy, and then
well,
like
it's so
when you
catchy
think
and it
about
gets stuck in my head, and all day I come up with my own, but I can't even now. I think it's Cars for Kids.
Okay.
I think you donate a car, they give it to parents of kids in need.
Okay, gotcha.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's
hilarious.
Weird. I mean, weird. It's funny because it's like stuck in your. That's terrible.
Bring your kid on down. We'll give you Cash for Kids.
Yeah. What's the Kelly Blue Book? What's the Jamie Blue Book? What's the Irene Blue Book? What's her Blue Book?
Gosh. I got me a 2016 Gertrude.
Yep. Oh. Yes, I was also thinking about commercials in the sense of, I was looking at a meditation audio video, and it was like, do not drive while listening to this. And I'm like, who's doing a meditation during driving? Like, And then it made me think of, remember on, what's the movie with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman?
License
to drive. Yes. Remember when they're like the car's driving and swerving all over?
Yep, just going, and it's just,
and that Frank Sinatra song is playing.
Yep.
That's what I thought of. Like, who's driving and meditating? Like, you know what? I'm gonna pull over at this rest stop, this stop and go,
Stop dropping this pole
stop,
off.
drop, and go, and then I'm just gonna meditate. I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna meditate.
Yep.
Or like when you see the pill bottle and it's like, do not operate large machinery. Like, who's just popping a pill and then going on a bulldozer?
Yeah, I'm
You know
just
what I
getting
mean?
behind the wheel of an 88 Omni.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not even
hello.
that heavy.
Yeah.
It's like a little bigger than a lawnmower.
It's on trailer tires.
I know.
Oh man. Here's a random thought.
All right,
Okay.
what you got?
Think about this. I'm
right.
talking about handcuffs. Okay?
Okay.
Like handcuffs.
Yep.
Is the chain link between the handcuffs, is that called cuff links?
Stretching.
Every time I laugh, it hits the $150 meditation drum, and it makes it
Reverb. It's reverberating. Just not you're laughing.
Yes. You remember when we were growing up, and
Yes.
so you had your own room, and then
Yep.
Miss, our sister, her name's Jessica, we call her Miss. So Miss and I had to share a room,
Right.
and to create more room for activities, we wanted to share a bed. So we wanted to take one of the beds out because it was only like a 8x10 room, and we had 2 twin size beds in there.
Yeah, it seemed a lot bigger than mine. Mine was like 8x7, 8x8.
Yeah.
So yeah, yours was probably 8x10.
Yeah, so 8x10 with 2 twin beds in there, kind of squishy, not a lot of room to be doing stuff, right? And I'm
Right.
obsessed with New Kids on the Block. So, I mean, I'm trying to like dance and, put out the right stuff.
Right, you're step by step. Yep.
And we didn't have a lot of room in there, so we decided we're going to share a bed, okay?
Right.
So, I think I'm 11 and she must be 5. Come to find out, she is a bedwetter. Was a bedwetter. I don't know what she's doing now. So, yeah, she was a bedwetter at the time. I mean, it happens. I didn't know, right? Might be something
Right.
I check into before I commit to that. Well,
Yeah,
by then
before
the
you
bed
guys
was broke
decide to
down,
share a bed.
and yes, didn't know. No worries. Spindy jumps in, okay? She went to the Wisdom channel called QVC,
Yeah.
and she ordered those 10 cassettes of subliminal bedwetting.
Yep.
Okay.
Which I believe she still has today.
Yes, she just recently found those a few weeks ago. And yes, so when I would get up in the morning, I would actually have to grab the floor because it felt like I'd been going up and down on an elevator for 8 hours a night, right? Like,
So relaxed.
so yeah, subliminal bedwetting was elevator music for 7 to 8 hours, so we didn't wet the bed.
On cassette.
On cassette, 10 different cassettes, okay? Yeah. And so, but it must have worked because I haven't wet the bed since, which is pretty phenomenal. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe we should check with her.
Touch base. You should just call her up just for that.
Yeah, and then, being 5 years old and then going to school, so she got lice during the winter.
Right.
And she came back, and so we're sharing a bed, and I didn't get lice. But then I realized it's probably because I had pee on me. Like, that probably protected me. I don't know. I just felt like that probably I didn't learn that in cosmetology school, so I don't think so I don't know. But in my mind, because I'm, remaining positive, I realized,
right.
Okay, so if there's pee on me, then I realized I'm going to call that Urine Luck.
Nice. I like that.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So
Urine
to commemorate the event, I had shirts made that say Urine Luck.
Hilarious.
I
like that.
Yeah. Here, let me show you the back. This is fun.
What you got?
Okay, so Urine Luck on the front, and then can you read it?
Live, laugh loud.
Yep.
SoMuchJENergy.com. Is that where they can find them at?
Yeah. So we added them to the website. They're $20, and you can get that to commemorate that. Urine Luck. Urine Luck. Yes.
Nice. I like that. Urine. The word
Urine Luck. I feel like that should be put in the restrooms everywhere.
I just like
You're
that
in
it's on a
luck.
t-shirt.
I know. So yeah, go to
Hilarious.
somuchjenergy.com. But I wanted to tell you that because I was at a virtual women's summit this weekend, and I told the story because it was about, like, I was talking about visualizing, so how I lay there at night and just visualize my future and just remain positive.
Right.
Except then I was, I had Urine Luck, so I shared that, and it was phenomenal. It was,
Nice.
yeah, it was the Unstoppable Women's virtual summit. And then
Nice.
I'm talking about getting urinated on. And then I
Yeah.
realized it's all perspective, right? So if you're an unstoppable woman, like, I'm not letting a little bit of pee on me stop me. You know what I mean?
No, nor should you. If anything, you should use that to motivate you to take a shower.
Yeah. I mean, that worked. It worked.
And you didn't get crabs because of it. So
Yeah,
that's
thank goodness. Maybe I should put that in like a little spritz bottle, keep it by
can't
my
hurt.
person. Yeah. I went to the credit union this past Friday. Walked in there. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. So when we moved to Tennessee, this doesn't just fit in every place here in Tennessee. Okay.
No, I believe that.
Yeah. I don't fit in a lot of places. I'm not trying to. I just am me and be me. And that's all I know how to be, especially when I go to the credit union or anywhere else. Right.
Amish community, anything.
Yeah. And so I go into the credit union 4 years ago when we moved here. And this lady was like, what the crap is this coming in here? Who's this clown? Literally,
Yep.
right?
Riff
Didn't like
raff.
me. Yeah. Thought she needs attention. She's a hot mess. And she's like, what do you need, Jennifer? And I was like, that's my government name.
Using the full name.
Yeah.
Jeez, I do something wrong?
What are you, my mom?
Government name.
And so then I would go in there each week, right? Because I'm like, I'm going to convert her. Okay.
Right.
She is sassy and I'm going to get her on team Jenny McKinney over here. And so I'd go in there and be messing with her. And then I finally, one day, she just cracked. I mean, it was like cracked, like she finally cracked a smile and she's like, Not and then,
workplace.
yeah.
Yep.
And then like, it's almost
Etiquette.
like I got in there, right? And so I just like crept into the little crack and was like, I got you, girl. And so now we're 4 years in, right? So
Right.
I go there on Friday, and when little kids would run, just because they're excited to run. So I go in there to chat with her. Well, I went in there and I was asking some for my business balance. And I thought, okay, well, she knows I have a business because I'm official. And
Right.
so she's like, do you want me to just say the balance out loud? And I was like, okay, there's literally nobody in here. So, okay. And she gives it to me and I was like, woo! And because I was just excited, it was over zero.
Right. That you didn't start with, all right, minus
Yeah.
$18.
Yeah, negative. Yeah. And so it was in the plus, and I was like, woo! And she's laughing. And I said, hey, Toots, do you read? And she's like, I love to read. And I was like, perfect. I had bookmarks made, and I'm going to go get you one. So I run off like a 3-year-old, skippity doodah out to the car, right? And I thought, oh gosh, I have a book. So I'm going to just give her the book. I'll sign the book and then give her the bookmark at my chapter. And so I run back in and she's like, oh my God, how'd you get in a book? Like, you're official. I was like, girl, we're on Roku, baby. Like, it's Roku today, Netflix tomorrow. She's like, oh my God. So I start telling her like about Facebook and YouTube and all the fun places that we're at. And she's like, I thought you were just messing around, like skipping in here and stuff. And I'm like, you just saw my business balance. Hello, I'm official.
It's in the positive.
It's like my blood. It's all positive.
Same here.
Oh my God. She was laughing so hard. So yes, that's another option too. Yes, we have a book. I have a book. It's on the So Much Energy website if you are interested in. So I sent a bunch of those out because I sold a bunch this weekend, which was amazing. So thanks everybody for your support for that. So I signed that and gave some extra free bonuses in there. What? Yeah. Good times. Good
Excellent.
times. So today we went to lunch with Shannon and G Dub, right?
Right.
Gadoob and Shannon. And we forgot to give them. I had a bag of stuff for them. Josh made banana bread for them and stuff. So I had a bag in the front seat. Well, you know when you pull up to a restaurant, it was 75 today. So when we pulled up to the restaurant, they had those big garage doors that were open. And I leaned over and freaking beeped right at the, and we were pulled right front row to the people that are sitting at the tables with the garage door open. And they all look at me and I pop out and I'm like, I'm sorry. They're all waving back at me. There's probably 15 people waving. Oh.
And you got to go in there and face those people.
God, no, we were done eating, thank goodness.
Thank God. I thought you just rolled up. You had to
No,
walk through that
we
bay
had left the
door.
restaurant and I forgot to give them that bag. So I leaned over from the driver's to the passenger side. And when I leaned over, I hit the horn with my, girl bits there. So
Nice.
oh my God, it was too much. We were coming out of the grocery store today and saw this truck that had a smashed front end.
You sent me a picture of it. I thought that was like something you found online until you told me no you saw that.
We were parked next to this guy.
In a parking lot.
I don't know what kind of truck this was. It looked maybe like a, I don't know, Dodge Ram something.
Yeah,
Z71
Dodge Ram
something.
or Durango or
something. It was a big truck. Front end smashed and missing the whole grill. And what they did is they replaced it with vinyl siding.
Yep. Vinyl siding across the front, pretty much across the whole front of the truck between the headlights. And meanwhile, the whole hood of the truck was V'd in like they had hit a tree.
Yeah.
Or something, a pole. Like it was V'd in, like pretty good.
Right. Whoa.
Nice. Yeah, using some vinyl siding.
Yeah.
That'll
Soffit
tell
the
you
blow.
Soffit the blow. I was gonna say that'll tell you their life's in the gutter. Man, things have really gone downspouted for them.
That's what Josh, he said, soffit the blow. So
hilarious.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yes. If you have anything to add to that, if you have some other pun or something you want to add to that, feelthejenergy@gmail.com. Send us email. We'd love to hear from you. Oh my gosh. That is too funny. I don't want to put the picture up in case the guy's out in this. I mean, he's obviously in this area.
You've seen him. You're going to see him again.
I mean, you'll know if you see it. And I'm sorry if it is you. I mean, you're going to be talked about. I mean.
Yeah. Don't be siding yourself. So dumb.
Oh my God, that just made me hot flash. Oh, and when we were at the grocery store, remember Clearly Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh my God, random. We found it at the grocery store today. Just on the top shelf.
Is it alcohol?
No, it's just carbonated
water. Okay, that's that. Oh, Zima. That's also what I was thinking.
Oh, no. But Clearly Canadian's in like a teardrop bottle.
Yeah, I know the shape of the bottle.
Yep,
that's why
when
I
you
thought
feel fancy. Oh, I should have brought it in here with me, but oh my gosh, so good.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh, we found that and I screamed. I was like, Clearly Canadian.
Yeah, my youngest and I get excited because occasionally at random stores we'll find crystal clear Pepsi.
Oh.
And he is like me. I pointed it out to him once when he was like maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It blew his mind that they had Pepsi that was clear, and we got it once. And I love it. I've loved it since the 90s when I find it.
Right.
And he loves it.
Yeah.
So if he's like an eagle eye for it, he'll point it out at the most random stores like, Dad, crystal clear Pepsi.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's like Sprite, but it's Pepsi, but it's Sprite.
Yeah, but it's Pepsi.
This week I was hanging out with the oldest one. We were just out driving, letting him use some time on his thing.
Yeah, his permit.
And his permit. We got back home and he was like, here, Dad, I made a CD for your car, which I have another CD out there that he's made of just songs he likes for when he's usually in the car. But now that he's driving, we've yet to actually have the radio on when he's driving. It distracts him too much, he says.
Okay.
That's not me. That's him. I at least like to listen to talk radio or something, but
right.
It is what it is.
Sure.
But he had made me a CD for my car and asked if I'd put it out in the car. And I should have grabbed the CD. I had all intentions of grabbing it to show it to you too. And on the CD, it says lit mix, straight fire, caution, hot, banger. Okay. So I had asked him, I go, what are these songs? And he's like, no. He's like, that's straight lit. Or he's like, no, that's my lit mix, straight fire, caution, hot, banger. I go, yeah, I see that's what it says. I go, what's on it? He's like Fiddler, and he named Surf Curse, Frights, a bunch of songs, bands he listed. And then I started keeping track over like the next 3 or 4 days here. I've kept track of just the goofy shit he has said.
Yeah.
That is like straight fire means like it's hot. You know what I mean? Something being lit is like that's lit up. Like
cool.
that's
badass.
Cool. When I was growing up, if somebody said, "Hey, you're lit," I'd be like, probably.
Yeah.
Do I smell? What do my eyes
Allegedly.
Look like? Right.
Allegedly, right.
You know, and if somebody told me like, "Hey, you're straight fired," like I guess I would find another job.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he had there was lingo. Being lit. Yeah, different millennial lingo here. Straight fire. Something's a banger. Like things can be a banger. Like, oh, that's banger. That's just like badass.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drip or dripped is like nice clothes. Like, oh, well, this is good drip. He's got good drip. I've heard him say that about somebody, or like that's too much drip. No, actually, what was iced out? Something could be iced out, which means iced out, which means that it has too much drip, like over dripped, OD'd is what I called it. And he said, no, that's OD'd is something different, which is overdose, but over dripped, over iced, iced out, meaning it's over blinged, too much icing.
Okay, gotcha.
Drip is just having nice clothes. Like if you have drip, you have nice clothes. Icing is all the accessories and the crap that goes with your clothes to accentuate the rest of you.
I feel like everything that you're saying right now is identifying QVC. All these options are sold on QVC.
Pretty much. Like when we were growing up, swag meant like if somebody was like giving out swag, it was like giving out free T-shirts or stickers or merch, free merch.
Right.
Swag just means now it just means cool clothes. Like that guy's got nice swag.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It means Dad, this is good swag. That's what he told me. It was
yeah.
Used in reference to a shirt he had on.
Okay.
And so I came out the other day with a shirt on, and I go, Griff, I go, this shirt's so butter. And he was like, what? I go, that's just something us people are saying now. And he's like, that's not a thing, Dad. I said, Griff, this is so butter. I'm so buttery right now. I said, with this shirt on, it's making me butter. Look, I put not this hat, but my other hat I usually wear, my brown one.
Yeah.
I said, this is so buttery. I said, I'm over buttered right now. I said, this is heavy on the butter. And he's like, Dad, butter is not a thing. I said, you know what? I'm going to make it a thing, Griff. I said, I'm so butter right now. I'm so buttery. And I just kept using it.
Yeah.
I was driving him nuts because that's not a thing, but I'm going to make it a thing, at least in our house.
Okay.
So I'm feeling So I'm feeling feeling a little buttery today. A little saucy.
Right.
Yep. I think it could mean all sorts of things. It could mean my clothes, what I have on, how I'm feeling. Maybe I got to take a shower. I'm buttery. Or man, I just got out of the shower. I'm feeling so buttery.
Right.
Like, or maybe I just got it on butter. I just got some butter on.
Yeah.
Putting on some butter. This just goes
like on. It could go like that could be like it's complimenting something else. Like you are like you feel good.
Oh, absolutely.
Like smooth and runny or like fluffy or
we're like screw that guy. He's so buttery. Screw him. We don't even need that. We don't need that much butter. Yeah. You know what I mean? It depends. It could be anything.
Like lady at the credit union. She was like aging butter. The first time.
Whoa, and then now stick butter.
Yeah.
You know
and then she's like melty butter corn on the cob.
Yeah, dude, this is so creamy. This is creamy butter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's churned up.
This is feeling so butter powder right now.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Well, speaking of cinnamon rolls and being buttery and icing and all that, I want to share this super easy recipe. I know this is kind of random.
Right, what you got?
So can you see this pan of cinnamon rolls?
Is that cinnamon rolls or drop biscuits?
No, it's cinnamon rolls. Okay. And what you do is it's 2 cans of cinnamon rolls with apple pie filling. And you take the cinnamon rolls out of the tube and cut them into 4. And then cut all of them out of the 2 cans. Mix it, put it in a bowl with 1 can of apple pie filling and mix it all up. Pour it into a pan and then bake it for, let me tell you, 45 minutes on 350 and then glaze the whole pan.
Do you glaze it, or what if you were to put some kind of crunchy oatmeal topping on top,
Oh,
like
you can
brown
add walnuts.
sugar?
This one had walnuts in it, but you could do brown sugar or
I almost feel like an apple crisp topping on top of that would be good. Like
oh,
whatever that magic is on apple crisp. It's
yeah.
like a hard, crunchy, like
Yeah.
oatmeal
Oh,
magic.
so let me tell you about this too, because if I can remember, talking about like easy recipes, and I know like it's still cold up north, so I
Yep.
thought like some fun little recipes might be super fun to share. When Peanut was in fourth grade, you know when the kids make like a recipe book?
Yep.
Well, there's a recipe from one of the kids' moms that she submitted, and she made this up for her son. It's 2 boxes of Jiffy blueberry mix. Okay. And
All
then
right.
you make make the mix, and then you put it in a pan, and then you put mandarin oranges on the top, which sounds like really weird to have like oranges and blueberries, but what
Yep.
happens is as the blueberry mix, comes up, the oranges sink down in it and they bake, but they make it, I don't want to say that M word, because triggers people. Moist.
Thought you were gonna say like marinade or
No,
mango or mandarin. Like, yeah, it rhymes with foist.
hoist. Yes.
Foist. I guess that's a real word. I couldn't think of one
Yeah.
right now.
And so and then on the top of all of it, you put like brown sugar and regular sugar, you mix it up. I can put
Right.
the recipe in the like online for us so that people will have it. Or
All
I'll
right.
just take a picture of the recipe and put
Nice.
it in the podcast links.
That'll work.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, it's like blueberry orange, and what happens is it keeps the oranges keep it from like almost drying out, where it's like little juicy pieces in there.
Right.
Oh, it's so
Nice.
good and like really inexpensive and so good. And oh man, it makes the house smell yummy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Pep in my step. This week, I would say one thing is sledding. The youngest
Ooh.
and I, back when it was still freezing out, we tried to go sledding out on our sledding hill.
Yeah.
And we were out there for maybe an hour and a half, really making the trail through the snow because the snow was like 2 feet, 30 inches deep.
Okay.
By the time we got through it, it was getting up the hill is exhausting, basically. It's not
Yes.
even, we would battle to get down through the thick snow. Fast forward. Now, since then, it has warmed up a handful of days and that snow level has gone down, but now our snow path has frozen.
Okay.
So two
Woo.
nights ago, we went out there about 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 at night. We were out there.
Okay.
Realized like this is fast and it's fun, and it was like 38 degrees, so we didn't even have hat or gloves, nothing on. We were
Oh
just
yeah.
living. It was
Right.
great. Like it really let us know like spring's around the corner. We got to still take advantage of this.
Yeah.
And so we ended up building a sweet jump, and we're basically having a long jump competition.
Okay.
And we were probably about 15 feet from the road, and about 8 feet of that was grass. So
Okay.
even after we come off of this jump, you
Okay.
sled for maybe another few feet, then you hit the grass, wham, come to a dead stop, slide off right off either into the gravel or whatever.
Sure.
And so we were basically just trying to jump until we could hit that grass, at which
Yeah.
point, even when we did, you still come to a stop. But it was fun. And so we've done that 2 or 3 times since then
Okay.
this
Are
week.
there any
So
lights out there?
yeah, it's right under a street light. We're right
Okay.
down at, this is out
Oh.
by an edge of a road.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
the road is like not very traveled. You can see cars coming and crap. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's like that to boot. It's
You're
right
not gonna
under a
like
street
Clark
light.
Griswold on out of there, right?
No, so that's
Okay.
been sweet. So I've been watching. That's been putting pep in my step this week. But
Yeah.
also on my own free time, I've been watching videos about something I've glass blowing, which I've never really looked
Yes.
into, and I never really even thought about doing as a hobby.
Yes.
Which is weird because it seems like a lot of the videos I generally get sucked into watching is stuff that I'm interested in. Never been interested in glass blowing,
Uh-huh.
but watching glass blowing, just people doing it, knowing that I'm not watching it to learn anything. I'm just watching it for the sake of like, let's see how this turns out.
Yeah.
And
Just
there's
like the
usually,
whole experience of it.
yeah, and just
Yeah.
how they even get the glass like where it, I don't even
Yeah,
know.
to
It's
take
weird.
something from in like this
Yeah,
form, and
because
then
I've
like you're blowing it, and like you make this amazing piece of
yeah, and it
artwork.
just it has to constantly always be in motion, or else
Yeah,
it's gonna like droop and
right.
fall and everything else.
When they crack, it like breaks my heart when they pull it out of the kiln.
Yeah, everything I've watched has been successes. I think I'm just
Yeah.
watching it. Like I'm watching them make how they make stained glass and how they
Okay.
make this type of glass. And they'll show
Yeah.
you like the vase looks like this
Yeah.
and this is how we made it. But they're only like 5 to 8 minute videos. It's not
Oh,
long.
you should
There's
watch
usually
on Netflix. There's an actual like glass blowing competition on there, and it's pretty intense.
nice.
I mean, and
Nice.
they're just soaked. You know what I mean? They
Oh
have
yeah,
like
no,
4
these
hours to make something, and it's plus then it's like it has to
right.
work, but they have to
No,
make
these are
like
just
certain
like
things.
5 to 8 minute videos, and it's like
Oh,
it's cut to where it's just there's you usually don't hear any talking. That's what I mean. I'm not learning anything.
oh
I
yeah,
mean, I would if I was like paying
sure,
attention for that.
yeah,
But for the first time, I'm not watching something for my own benefit. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
I'm just watching it for the sake of entertainment,
right,
100% entertainment, because I don't want to do glass blowing,
yeah.
which is
But you
weird because
respect it as an art form, and
yeah,
just
and
am
just the
like,
fact that
wow.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that, and then I've also this is another thing. Got sidetracked. This thought just reminded me. I've watched a lot of these videos this week too. Is just how things are made. I watched how like school erasers get made,
Yeah.
and how like cans of Play-Doh get made, how bath bombs get made,
Yes.
how bar soap is made.
Did you
Just
watch how it's made?
that's not what is it that is that a show? That's not the name of this. This is
Oh,
just
okay.
YouTube
No, there's an
videos.
actual like show on I think Discovery or maybe History Channel. I'm not sure,
Right.
but it's actually called How It's Made,
I think
and
I've
it's
seen some of them.
yeah. They'll usually give three different things that they talk about, like
How
from
long
beginning
are
to
they?
30 minutes.
Each thing they talk about how it's made.
No, it's like 10 minutes
Okay.
for each one, or
See,
maybe if
that's
there's two of them, then
perfect.
there's 10 or 15 minutes.
That's what I liked these videos is I watched like maybe a 8 minute video on just how those big pink erasers from
Yeah,
school are made.
yeah,
Like, and it's 8 minutes and it's just wham, 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 wham,
right.
done. Like, wow,
Yeah.
God,
You need
blew
to
my
watch the
mind.
canned corn one because it is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I like canned
And
corn too.
bowling balls, like even when so our uncle had a pro shop when we were
Oh yeah.
growing up at the bowling alley,
Yep.
and it was always cool because we got to use the etcher, like that was all
Yeah,
we were
where you had to
qualified
follow the
for.
thing and
Yeah, so
write
we
the
got to etch
names.
their name on the balls. But actually how they make the bowling balls is so cool.
Like that would be worth watching. Some of the stuff
Yeah.
I watched was so random. Stuff I don't even care about.
Oh
Like
yeah.
shingles, like how they make shingles.
Yeah.
I only watched it because it was a 4 minute video and it was
Right.
nice. And I'm like, yeah, I'll see how shingles get made.
Right.
I watched it.
Well, it's so amazing too. Josh always laughs because he says he's going to add all this to his resume, and then when people are like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Dude,
because you're like, "Look, I know how to do this because I've seen a video." You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Like I feel like I could almost make my own bar soap, which I know I know it's
right?
possible to make your own bar soap, but I
Yeah,
feel like I could do it just from watching this video.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
that
awesome.
yep, sledding, glass blowing videos, and then obviously making how things are made videos.
Yeah, I
Putting
love
pep in
it.
my step this week.
We've been watching. So my pep in the step this week is two different things. So the first one is we've watched Punky Brewster. So they brought her back.
Right. How is that?
So good.
Is it?
So good. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
It's
to
like
check that out.
nostalgic, and she's still herself, and Cherry's in it, and they bring Margot back, and it's just so cool. Like it's the same vibe, but now she's I don't know 35 or 40 years older, whatever it is.
Soleil Moon Fry.
Yeah,
Yep. Do you remember the Punky Brewster cartoon? Did you ever watch that as a
yeah,
kid?
yeah,
Remember she had like a magical flying talking squirrel?
yes,
That
yeah.
I always
No,
wish they
that's
would have
not in there.
incorporated that. No, but I wish they would have incorporated that into the TV show.
Right.
I think it would have been I felt like it would have really combined Punky Brewster and Elf.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I felt like we could have got like
Elf.
I loved Elf. I think it's just because I liked Elf a lot, but I liked Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
And I think the squirrel, I think its antics reminded me of Elf a lot.
Right. Oh, the other thing that it brings back too is how they always had like a feel good message for each
Yep.
episode. That's how these are. And so
Nice.
it's they did a great job. The kids are hilarious.
Nice.
I mean
Remember the one where
hilarious.
Cherry, they were playing hide and go seek and Cherry hidden in the fridge,
Yeah.
the old fridge out back behind the apartments.
Oh, and got stuck.
Yep, got stuck in the fridge, and then they opened it, and she comes slumping out, and you're like, "Oh no!"
Oh,
And then they got it.
You know what? And it was always the worst. You know what was the worst 3 words ever in our life back in the 80s? To be continued. God bless.
You know how that sucked is when you stayed home sick from school, even if you faked sick, or legitimately even stayed home. I've stayed home legitimately sick as a kid and had 3 shows during the day to be continue on me that I had to fake sick the next day to watch.
Finish it.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. Like I remember every time Dukes of Hazzard, more or less every episode seemed like a 2-part episode, and I would only get to see the first.
Because Uncle Jesse was always doing something.
Cooter.
Yeah. Cute.
Anyway, yeah, but shows to be continued.
Those were the worst 3 words of our
and if I had 2 or 3 that to be continued in one stay-at-home day, I stayed home another day. Just one.
Mom knows
if I had
now,
one,
so.
Well, yeah. All right.
Suck it, Spindy.
Whatever.
Oh man. Hey, nice. I was getting urinated on. She bought subliminal bedwetting. I mean, like, she's doing the best she can. Oh man.
Nice.
Oh man. Oh, and then the second thing is I had a class that I held last week that I was super excited about. We had 7 people in there, and I gave out free booby rocks because they showed up on time, and they were very excited about that.
Heck
yeah. So
yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Excellent. I'm going to do some other classes coming up, and I'm really jazzed about that.
Nice.
Yeah, heck good times. Good times.
Good times.
Woo! Yes. All right. Well, I hope you get some punky power this week, and check that out if you can. It's really, really funny.
Definitely.
Funny. Oh man, I think there's 10 episodes.
Oh, wow.
They're like 26 minutes each, so.
Nice. Yep, I'll give it a run.
Pretty easy to give it a good little watch and stay in it to win it. So, yeah. Perfect. So, thanks for being here. We will see you again next week, and I'll put some good little JENergy out there for you.
Nice. Toodles.